I'm Dave Carvajal. This is Thunder, Wisdom, and Insights with some of my favorite leaders on the planet.
I was very uncorporate. I had been living on a kibbutz for about a year, so I was really totally in a completely different headset. And I come to work for this buttoned up guy whose daughter of the American Revolution background, 5th generation, Dartmouth, corporate WASP, you can't even imagine. And here's this crazy Jewish kid walks in with long hair, and he was also a Republican, but the old kind of Republican, socially liberal, very socially liberal, fiscally conservative. And I walk in like this nutcase left-wing, kind of hippie, whatever. And he became a mentor. Till the day he died, he became a mentor. And wherever Debbie, my wife, and I went in the world, he visited us. He came to be with us. I had a problem on anything, I called Edward. He was my man. He was my go-to for everything. It was amazing. So what did Edward teach me? He taught me a lot of things. He taught me discipline, and he taught me how to write better. He taught me a lot of things like that. But the most important things he taught me were, as I started my corporate career, he sat me down once and he said, David, look, you're going to go work at Y&R, you're going to go whatever. People lust for the corner office. He goes, it's irrelevant. Don't ever sell yourself for an office. Don't ever change a job for money. Always think about the job you had, the task that you've been given, the job you've been given, and how do you get it done? So you don't need a corner office to get it done. Which is why today I sit literally outside on a big open desk. Why it was so easy for me to do, because Edward had taught me throughout my whole career, it's irrelevant how big your office is, where it is, so long as you can work. In fact, the interesting thing is he taught me about the boiler room, because he came out of that political environment. He did a lot of work for the Republican Party. And if you know, even back then, they worked they were the first open offices. It wasn't Silicon Valley. That whole open office boiler room kind of a thing was financial and politics. Because in politics, you need everybody in a big room. And so that's how they worked, boiler room style. So he was working in open office long before anybody ever thought about that. And so that was Edward. He was amazing, and I was blessed to have him. My other two mentors are equally as amazing. One is Harold Burson, who founded Burson Marsteller. Harold is today 96. He goes to work every day. He's one of the smartest men that I ever met, and learned a ton from him about corporate relations, about speech writing, about dealing in the C-suite. How do you talk to a CEO? This is when I was a kid. How do you talk to a CEO? How do you think? To this day, things and I share this with everybody here, all the young people, read everything you get your hands on. Don't just read the things that are of interest to you or that might support the bias that you have. Read everything about the other side too. Make sure you understand.